Have left front tire failures on the first lap of the race. She's got more issues than that. She's tore her oil line off right there.
And that's a big problem for Natalie Decker, making her first Truck Series start here at Daytona.
That'll bring out the caution as she's on pit road.
And it is indeed out. And there you see pulling Natalie Decker out of the truck. The crew right on hand to get that fire out.
Brian Doza.
Not sure if that was one of his crew members or not.
And then again, here was what Natalie Decker was dealing with. And
you could see the fire come around the A post, the window post, back into the driver's cockpit.
What a crazy start to the race.
It was actually her pit stall right there that she was able to get stopped in, and her guy.
That's Johnny Sauter on the inside of the 13. Oh, big crash. The 49 of Cicerelli involved in that. The 47 of Fontaine.
Looks like the 02 of Tyler Dipple isn't in there as well.
Tyler's had some issues. He was already 4 laps down.
Cicerelli, and here's another look at it.
Oh, it looks like Timothy Peters maybe got a bump draft that went awry, and Dipple was just an innocent bystander in that, trying to dodge what potentially was an issue, and then Fontaine with nowhere to go.
It just slides right up in front of Chris Fontaine.
Well, that's
top of the screen. You see the yellow truck on the right started to go sideways ahead of him. Looked like Cicerelli not. Oh, look at that damage, and then just nowhere for Chris Fontaine and that blue and yellow 47 truck to go.
You could see the fire come out of the exhaust. He was off the gas for sure, but just couldn't get stopped in time.
So
let's take a look here.
The 2 of Creed right there in the middle, and
it looked like Jordan Anderson had some sort of an issue and slowed, it looked like.
Well,
and then Creed ran in the back of him.
Not sure Sheldon Creed had anywhere to go.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah, Jordan looked like the left front tire looked a little funny on that truck. Possibly maybe a left front tire going down. The 3 of Jordan Anderson.
I just think Jordan tried to maybe close a hole that Sheldon Creed had already occupied, and racing inches apart. Certainly understand how easily that can happen.
Thank goodness for those safer barriers.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Phil, I started to say the exact same thing because Jordan Anderson just pounded that outside wall at a bad angle.
The 12 of Gus Dean, the 4 of Todd Gillen.
Oh, Roper!
Around he goes.
Wow, unbelievable that it was just Corey Roper involved in that. How did he not collect others?
Lost it on his own right there.
The great run for Corey Roper comes to an end.
Of Austin Hill pushing a bit, and when he comes off the turn, just the inexperience of not knowing the nose was going to be light when he exits the corner because of being right on the back of the 16, and the truck just goes around.
And I think then he grabs the steering wheel when that truck goes high right there. He grabs the steering wheel, turns a little bit left, and that's all it took. '18 goes to the outside, a little bit of a bump from Gillen. It just caught him at the wrong place. These bumpers don't match up all that well. A lot of times just caught him at the wrong place and turned him sideways into the wall.
Did you see how aware Crafton was of everything that was going on around him? As soon as he saw that go bad, to the apron he goes. And watch the job that David Gillen does. Those trucks are crashing right in front of him.
There's no way he misses that.
Right in front of that blue truck with Valvoline on the hood. He's able to sneak through.
A little bit of damage there to that right front of David Gilliland. Crafton has barely missed, what, Greenfield taking a look on the outside.
Oh, no!
A little contact, and he's not going to be able to hang on to it. And he takes Peters with him. Greenfield got out of line, took a little peek, and then...
see if you can get it rolling here.
Well, check it out. The 68 of Greenfield and the 44 Peters right behind him.
Greenfield tries to make it 3 wide. He went high. When that closed, he decided to go back low, but Timothy Peters had already filled that hole. Bill, we're inside 10 to go. You can't leave holes open, and it was just a case where Greenfield left a door open. Timmy went through the door, and it was too late for Greenfield to throw the block.
And now Gus Dean coming around the outside. Contact, and Dean is going to take out Rhodes. And Crafton gets through again somehow, and so many more involved. this incident.
What about Matt Crafton's move? Look at that truck.
Of David Gilliland.
That block right there that Dean threw on Creed started it. It was just too late.
Just got him a little bit loose there. Caught the 99 of Ben Rhodes. Watch the 17. Barely avoids hitting the 88 of Matt Crafton.
Austin Hill to get to the bottom. Rhodes blocked it, and that just stacked him up behind, Phil.
Yep.
You could see Shelton Creed did a perfect job. He was to the outside of Dean. Dean blocked. And look at Crafton in the yellow truck. Sneaking by all that on the high side.
How did he avoid the
Behind Hill now.
Those are teammates up on the high side. Timothy Peters, Ross Chastain.
Contact and another crash, and this one involves Gerhardt in the 63. And the caution is back out.
Oh, man.
Hold on to it. Hold the brake. Hold the brake.
One of those teams that were short on fuel or hoping they could make it, they didn't want any more laps. No more caution laps.
Hop off, knowing there's so few trucks in the race.
Boyd, by the way, Boyd and Rayome each have an extra 7 or 8 laps of fuel in their trucks, and they are the drivers that'll be starting in the second row as Crafton and Hill pitted on lap 60.
See a little bit of contact at 22 of Austin Williams.